Alright guys, so this is the third and final video that I will be making for today, and this one here is a little bit of a more technical video for you guys who are interested in what the hell this might be. So recently on the 19th, and I think we're something like what are we today? The 21st. So this was a couple of days ago now. It looks like Flatz. Now, I'm sure if you guys have been on the scene for a while, you would all know Flatz is a very well known developer for the PS4 scene. And he has actually released his kernel exploit, which allows for dumping of the SAMU keys. And I think it looks like it's called the Coprocessor kernel exploit. So with this one here, it's a little bit more different to what's been done in the past, I guess. This one has a little bit higher access, so yeah, it is a kernel exploit. You guys might be wondering if it'll help you jailbreak your new version of the PS4. Um, the short answer is no, not really, but the long answer is maybe. So let's go a little bit deeper into it and discuss a little bit about it. So this was actually patched by Sony somewhere like it says here, somewhere between version 7.55 and 9.0. It doesn't really specify what firmware it was patched on, but obviously Flatz has been working on this in the background, and he's been doing his own research. As most people do when they have this sort of thing. I guess this is like his passion, so he's interested in researching it and stuff like that, which is great. This particular exploit has allowed him to dump multiple keys from the PS4. So this was used. Supposedly he used brute forcing, including the AES HMAC keys from PFS. So portability keys and VTRM keys and more. That's just a little summary of what he was able to obtain. And then it says a little bit about what we could do with this. So Wololo does go a little bit into the details for this, but basically these keys that we have here are very interesting because they may be useful for some things in the future, but it doesn't look like, well, apparently from this, it doesn't look like he's been able to obtain any of the encryption keys. Now, only decryption keys is what it says that he's been able to find, which is good because this might actually help in terms of reverse engineering a lot more stuff on the PS4, which could also lead to perhaps better emulation and stuff like that in the future once that sort of stuff is obtained and decrypted, better looked into and reversed, which is great. But this doesn't particularly have without the encryption keys you can't actually do anything like on the PS3. So if you guys remember what it was like jailbreaking a PS3, if you ever had one, you remember you had like permanent custom firmware. You just turn the console on and away you go. The custom firmware is there. None of this loading through a web browser and enabling your homebrew, and no, it was just there. You turn on the PlayStation and you're ready to go. But I guess it was a little bit tricky to install in some cases, depending on your firmware versions back in the old day. And then recently they released a new version where you can just install it over anything if you had one of the older PS3s, which was great. So yeah, this won't lead to that unless we actually obtain the encryption keys. Now, supposedly he doesn't have them. I mean, I can't really say too much because I don't know, but it's possible that he's does have them, but just says he doesn't because once they release that, there will be permanent custom firmware for the PS4, and this could lead to a whole lot of other issues that he may not want to be involved with at this point in time. So, with further research, perhaps future developers might come across a way to extract them if they haven't already, and someone might be willing to release them if that's the case. If not, who knows? Perhaps this particular exploit may actually get us to a point where someone can actually go into the PS4 a little bit deeper and find out more information, reverse engineer some stuff, maybe build on the exploit to blow it open a little bit more, and perhaps eventually find those encryption keys. With those encryption keys, you will be able to have a persistent jailbreak on the PS4 because you can just simply sign your own firmware, and then the PS4 will install it like it would install any other firmware, and then yeah, it'll be just like the PS3 days. But as said previously, it looks like this exploit was patched, so I'm not even sure if the keys change because I don't think anyone's been able to obtain them. But if that's the case and the keys change over different firmwares, then you will probably only be able to install it on an older firmware, just like on the PS3, and perhaps update to a later firmware if there's a way to extract them, or maybe the PS4 you can disable the checks or something so that it won't check for the the keys in the future when installing firmware, and it'll just go through that way. But again, this is all just uh, thinking out aloud. I guess we can say nothing is set in stone and nothing is confirmed. This is just a little bit of a chat and what I think could be coming in the future. I don't know if this will be possible in the near future, in the distant future, but it seems like Flatz is very, very interested in this, and I'm sure that he will keep working on this more and more. So he's a very talented developer and he's a very smart guy. So if this is something that he wants to look into, which it definitely seems like it is, I'm sure that he will get further. Whether we'll see it or not is a different it's a different thing. At the end of the day, it's up to him what he wants to release. But I definitely do know that it is good for him in some cases when he's making money from reporting bugs to Sony. I hope that he's really getting paid nicely because this takes a lot of time to find this sort of stuff. So well done to him for that, and good job there. But basically, I'm gonna probably wrap it up here and say this is about it. If you guys want to have a chat or a discussion in the comments down below, please don't hesitate to drop a comment down below. Also, in the future, if you want to see some more videos or some more news, please make sure you rate and subscribe. That way, you guys will be able to see whenever I post a new video. And yeah, I hope you guys have a safe Christmas and a happy New Year, and I'll see you guys all in the next video. Peace.